What do you do, bro, before you go on stage or before you perform? Smoke a little?
A lot. A lot.
Yeah.
And just try to stay in that zone, man, and fucking I try to go off by myself, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like a lot of fools try to be in the whole mix and kick it the whole time. I try to get, before I go on, I'm like, at least let me get like 20 minutes to myself real quick to fucking dial it in, you know?
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. Like, so I could listen to the show in my head and be like, all right. Instead of just partying and then just jumping straight on stage. Because some fools will do that.
Really?
They'll be right there and be like, we're going on? All right. Pass the cup over and fucking walk off the stage, you know? And I'm like, like, fuck it. But I think I get it better when you can fucking, like you said, be able to like dial it in and focus real quick, you know?
Have you always had that confidence just to fucking just do your thing? Or do you feel like just with time you had to like develop that?
Oh man, definitely through time. Fucking cause you know when you're young, I started super young, you know what I mean? So it's like when you're young, you don't even I don't even think you're ready for the reactions for what people are gonna give you. You're like, oh, is it gonna be fucking weak or not? You know what I mean? Like, cause you're so gullible as a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No confidence at all. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So that's when I started. It was like, fuck, no.
But you know what?
Scared.
But you know what? Now I feel like, man, I wish if I ever have kids, you know, I want to tell them, hey, you know what? Jump on stage, do this, do that. Go talk to that girl. You know what I mean? Because all of those skill sets just prepare you for later on in the real life, right?
Man, hell yeah.
Yeah. So usually I don't start an intro this fast, bro. But you know what? Yeah, but you know what? Let's fucking roll it and let's get this shit started, bro.
Let's go.
Are you ready? Welcome to Hoy No Más Podcast with Angel Houseman.
Yeah, that.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, bro, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that.
You.
I've seen a lot of your content, bro, a lot of your music, and I'm like, oh, shit, you get down, bro.
Man, good looking.
Yeah, bro. And, I mean, you live so close. Once again, like, I've had another musician that literally lived, like, 3 minutes away.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's killing it in the music industry. Now you, like, 8 minutes away. I'm like, oh, shit. That's dope, bro.
I mean, it's crazy. A lot of dope talent that came out of Spring Valley, too.
Oh, really?
Well, Ryan Anthony.
Oh, yeah, Ryan's killing it.
And then there was this other dude, Dollar Bill Gates. I don't know if you heard of him.
Nah.
He went on tour with, like, Riff Raff and shit.
Yeah.
And Little Debbie, which was, like, a chick who rapped with, like, Krayshawn. But he's from Spring Valley. Damn, I don't know. There's a couple cats that came out from right here and shit.
That's dope.
Oh, fucking Nick Cannon.
Oh, yeah, Nick. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like super mainstream, though, now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So what do you think it's about San Diego? Because I feel like San Diego has a lot of talent, but there's not a lot of people out there, like, actually doing their thing. Maybe Nick Cannon is one of those exceptions, but you know what I mean?
I think it's I guess the industry. We don't have an industry here.
Yeah.
Like LA has fucking everything you can imagine on every block and 10 of them. You know what I mean? Like, like there's fucking every podcast you could think of out there, every rapper, every actor. There's so many connections and shit. San Diego, I think, is more of a vacation town. People kind of come here to get away from that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like there's not really there's no investors neither. No one's really here putting money into no music and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we don't have no labels.
Yeah.
There's no fucking, you know what I mean? We don't have no record labels and fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, man, I feel like I've been having the same conversation because everybody that wants to make it, LA, right?
Oh, yeah. LA, fucking Atlanta, New York, anywhere where there's going to be a investors at least, or a label or someone that has a solid foundation, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever done a podcast before or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's what's up. Damn, I haven't seen any podcast content on your platform though, on your IG or anything
on my
like
IG?
that. Do you have any or?
Oh, did I post any? If I haven't posted them, it's because that's my new IG.
Oh, okay.
But they're on YouTube and shit for sure. If you like type them in and shit.
Hell yeah.
You know?
All right. Well, first and foremost, bro, if you want to kind of like, I want to, for the people that may not know you, I want to take it back to how you first got started. You go by Obnoxious, or yeah? But do people ever call you by your first name or no?
People just call me Obi.
Obi?
Yeah, you know what I mean? They break it down because fucking Obnoxious is too hard to say. Shit, so I'm like, oh, just call this fool Obi.
Yeah.
And one of my homies in high school called me that, and it kind of just stuck. Like, people be like, oh, that's Obi. That's, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, fuck it.
So is that what you prefer, Obi?
And then I do Obnoxious.
Obnoxious. I like that. I like
break it down. So I'm like, okay, it's a little bit of both. You know?
Yeah.
Like a Biggie Smalls, but Obnoxious.
That's what's up. So how about this, bro? How about you take us back to how everything got started? Maybe as you like watching. Let's take it back. That way people can know the journey. I want to know the story of Obi Knox.
Okay, this is dope. Okay, not regular questions. We're gonna go way back. All right, so to what made me?
Yeah, like maybe that one rapper, maybe that one hip hop artist. Like right now, you mentioned Biggie Smalls. For me, when I talk about Biggie Smalls, man, he's one of my favorite artists. You know what I mean?
That is when I got into rap was basically that era of Biggie, fucking Snoop Dogg was what got me into rap. Is I think when Snoop was fighting that murder case and all that shit, and Doggy Style came out, it was like the biggest thing everywhere. And then all my cousins was bumping it, and then, you know, they was bad as fuck. And my grandma would be like, oh, I don't want you playing that or being like them. And I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go play that. Like, you know? I was like, I want to hear that. I want to hear what they're talking about, you know?
Yeah.
And so Snoop was the first shit, because, you know, them saying, don't play that.
Yeah.
He's a murderer. He's on the news, and you know what I mean? All this and that. And I was like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. Let's see.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it made him more like harder in my eyes. You know, murder was the case, what they gave me. I was like, oh, shit. This was...
Mm-hmm. So you heard Snoop, Biggie, and then from there, would you say they were the reason why you first started rapping, or just like maybe your environment?
For sure, that is what lured me in, because I never cared about no music before that for some reason. I never cared about like rock. I didn't care about fucking R&B or like singing shit. I didn't care about no music at all. I was just, you know, bad kid in the streets and shit. And then something about it when I heard Snoop and Biggie and stuff like that, and was listening to those albums, and they had the skits and everything, and then seeing how they were cool in the videos and shit. I was like, man, I kind of want to be that. Like, I saw myself, like, I was like, that's what I want to be. Soon as I seen it, it clicked. Like, I was like, there it is. Fuck everything else. I want to be a rapper. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what's up, man.
And Cypress Hill. Seen them fools, the smoking weed, because that was a big thing where, you know, back in the 90s, like smoking weed was like smoking. Oh, you're smoking weed. You're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so seeing that, I think hearing about that, like, oh, don't listen to that music. That's drug music. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to listen to that music. You know what I mean? Like, hits from the bong and shit, hiding in the room listening and shit. You know? So I think that was the other thing about rap music, to where it felt like my grandma and them would be like, don't listen to it, was more like, hell yeah. Yeah. That's tight then. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, she never told me don't listen to this other shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, there's something here. Yeah. So I think that's what sparked the interest, and then from there.
So and as a kid, would you like freestyle, or would you say you would write your own lyrics? How does one get started at such a young age?
Man, back then, I think I was just writing down bullshit on the page where you didn't even know what it was. Just like, all right, whatever I was just saying, I writing down. Didn't know what a bar was. Didn't even know rhyming. And then you say it back and you're like, man, that don't sound right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you got to kind of like, you know, start fucking, I guess, just keep practicing and shit, you know? Yeah. But I remember super young listening to like Bone Thugs and trying to remember their shit like first of the month. Like writing down their, like listening and writing it down, and then trying to like repeat it and go along with it and being like, okay. That kind of helped too, where you could write their raps and then you could kind of see it. You're like, all right. And then you learn the pattern and shit, you know?
Similar to like reverse engineering it, right? Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like, for instance, for me, like I think for everyone, right? At first, when you're a kid, you don't even know what you want to do, whether you want to do skateboarding, whether you want to rap, sing, freaking artwork, things like that. So as a kid, you're trying to find yourself. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think just from there, it made the hunger for more like, all right, let's see. Oh, there's more rappers, you know, fucking Wu-Tang, West Side Connection. Oh, fucking Scarface down south. Oh, Delinquent Habits. You know what I mean? Big Pun. And you see hip hop just has so much variety. I'm like, fuck, I'm listening to like everything and soaking it in, you know?
Yeah.
And I think around the Big Pun Eminem era, Big L is when I started really, really taking it serious. Like, oh yeah, I think I got it. You know what I mean? Like, like started catching on. You know, I was like, okay.
Yeah, and you were born and raised here in San Diego, bro?
Yup.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever do any talent shows or anything like that?
Hell yeah.
Oh, did you?
Hell yeah. The fucking La Presa, the Spring Valley Rec right here at the park.
Oh shit.
They used to have fucking little talent shows and shit. Me and the homies would perform there, and I was like in middle school, bro, going to La Presa.
Yeah.
You know, and Monta Vista. I performed at the Monta Vista fucking talent shows and shit. And one of the years I did all original material, made the beat myself, wrote the shit, and then I came second place to some dudes who did fucking lip singing to Forgot About Dre. I remember I was like, what the fuck? I was like, these fools didn't even do shit. It was just, you know what I mean? But I was like, whatever, because the whole crowd was sung the whole song, like, you know what I mean? So shit, they thought it was cool. They win, and I'm like, they didn't even do nothing. It's
crazy right now that you say like lip singing and all that. That's pretty much what TikTok is right now, right? Everybody's doing that shit. Like, what the fuck? You know, there's a lot of people that, I mean, no disrespect, right? Because if they're killing it, whatever, then it is what it is, right? But there's a lot of times that people that they don't even know how to sing, but yet again, they're just dancing to this song or doing like a little TikTok dance or like lip singing, like you said, and they take off, bro.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then people like yourself that's out there freaking grinding, putting in work. It's harder to. I guess what I'm trying to say is people that have a lot of talent at times, it's harder for them to even make it, right?
Oh yeah. So many times, because I guess with when it break off. Sometimes it could be like the goofiest shit and you have to be comfortable with being goofy and not to say like, so, you know what I mean? Some talented people are smarter in that way where they're probably not comfortable enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to be out there and be all the way fucking goofy and, you know, expose myself to this world and just be a character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing too, you know, I think because of vlogging, podcasts, things of that sort, like you said, at times it captures your genuine self, your personality, and at times, like myself, I'm goofy maybe behind the scenes, or I'm funny, things like that. But yet again, when you're recording yourself, you're kind of shy. You don't want to put yourself out there. But since like a platform like podcast or vlogging and things like that, when you're caught off guard, people get to see that personal side of you, and that's when people start kind of getting that creating that relationship with you. Why? Because they feel like they know you, right?
Oh hell yeah. And like you said, that's probably how a lot of these people are getting fans, is because content, they're going on there every day connecting with the fans and then opening up and being themselves. And then that's why there's fans of so many different artists, because everybody's different in a way, you know what I mean? And so people could kind of relate to anybody, you know what I mean? I don't think everybody listens to the same shit, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty crazy.
Do you feel like you're lacking in regards to maybe posting content like the TikToks, freaking Instagram, things like that?
Yeah, for sure, because I don't know, man. I don't do the lip singing thing, and I don't like doing all those videos and shit. I kind of try to be more. I gotta stop it. I try to be more artsy when I'm fucking posting shit. Like, oh, he only posts every once in a while. He's discreet type. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps it in the stories, but I try to post the important shit on my thing. But I know I need to engage more. I don't really go on and talk to fans and shit like that. I need to. I'm waiting for. I've lost my social medias by posting bullshit and memes and fucking weed. to where I've gotten discouraged, where I've had like, oh hell yeah, I got 10,000 followers, man. Oh, I'm back down. Fuck, lost
really,
them.
bro?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Too many times, like 3 times on my Instagram. I don't even know what number this one is. Yup, and couldn't even get them back. And that was pretty fucking discouraging, to where I'm like, I'm always like, okay, when I got a good enough following, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like talk to the people and get in and this and that, and then I always feel like, oh, I got knocked back down, you know what I mean? And shit like that. But learning, you know what I mean? Fucking that's why I'm not as posting as much. I'm like, can't post weed, you can't, you know what I mean?
Really? But I feel like every freaking artist is posting weed and freaking out there beers and alcohol.
Tricky, man. It's fucking tricky.
Really?
I guess you gotta like word it like not for sale, or
oh shit,
you gotta put it in your hashtags and shit. Or I don't know if there's haters.
Yeah,
I don't be knowing what it is. Next thing you know, I'll post the same shit like you. Like, oh look, I just got some new weed like everyone else does, and then it'll be like, oh, you're flagged for fucking selling narcotics and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh shit, that's hella weird, bro.
Crazy weird.
Yeah.
I was doing a thing where I was hitting every dispensary in San Diego, all the new ones.
Yeah.
Burner, Be Real, buying the fucking whatever their best strain was, and gonna do it on IG. Like, hey, I'm reviewing the fucking best weed in Dago. Week 2, bam, shut my shit down. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You know, I think there was a few posts. I think you were posting, I think a freestyle every week or every something like that, right?
That was around that time too.
Yeah.
And so once I lost that was the IG, and I lost it, I was like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't starting back over.
Oh shit! So you don't have that on your current IG? Those posts?
I put them back, but that's not the original one. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, bro.
Damn, that's fucking discouraging and shit.
I know, man. And the label that I'm signed with, they even reached out, had the publicist, everything, and they're like, oh no, it was like his like too many offenses or whatever. And I was like, man, I was like, some of them would be memes, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, it's crazy. Know. But social media, that's what I'm saying, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, do you want to extend the mic, bro, a little bit?
Yeah.
Or, no, I'm just saying because of the sun, bro. But by the way, right now we're shooting. Before we start the rolling, usually it's currently, just so you guys know a little bit of the background, it's currently 6:30. But by this time, the sun is already down. I'm able to control the light. But right now, freaking this time changes. It's kind of, I need to reschedule for later times from the past. So if the sun is bothering you, bro, just let me know. Good. Yeah, cool. Yeah, bro. So for me, that's something that I want to do for podcast. I want to like, even though I'm having these conversations with talented people like yourself, I want to eventually want to post like just raw clips of me just talking and kind of experiencing, talking about my experiences on, hey, today I had a really successful day, blah, blah, and taking them on a journey of me growing this podcast, right? Because I want to create that relationship with people, right?
Hell yeah.
Because I'm still working, bro. You know what I mean? I'm still on the fucking grind.
Yeah. And like you said, it's important to have a team and build all the content, because to keep it going, if you want to keep it going 24/7, post, stories, reels, IG, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, fucking, bro, we're just talking about a lot of shit. Yeah. YouTube, like, that's a lot of platforms already right there. Each individual thing, every single day, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? There's a lot of AI systems now that you just post one thing and they'll distribute it to a lot of different platforms. Yeah, bro, like I feel you have to be pretty much within modern times to be able to like compete with everyone else. You know?
Yeah. And a team for sure, like you said, like it's hard to do shit by yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I always tell people. I know a lot of people want to be independent, but to do it 100% independent, you gotta at least fucking be crazy balling and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just the first part, and then the other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? One of my boys said this quote, and he's like, "Hey, well, I know a lot of people struggle with posting one post on their Instagram or whatnot a day, right? But if somebody would guarantee you $100,000 by the end of the month to post one post a day, would you do it?
Oh, you'd be like, hell yeah.
Exactly. So how come you're not doing it? You know what I mean? And that's me talking to myself, right? Too.
Yeah.
And oh man, like I need to be fucking posting, bro. But it's hard, man. But at the same time, like you said, once somebody like tells you like, hey, you know what? Well, you'll get this. You'll be, oh shit, let's do it. You know what I mean?
And to me, I think now it's trying to find what my little niche is, because now we haven't got there. But my regular shit, what I do when I'm not rapping, I got a family and shit.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I'll be feeling like, oh, as a rapper, I'm not even doing nothing cool to be posting. Like, you know what I mean? Like nothing cool for them to be seeing. You know what I mean? Like for the fans and shit.
But it's like we were saying, at times people will create that connection. Like,
that's what I know. That's what. But I always, as an artist, I'm like always fighting in my head. Like that's my fucking thing. I'm like, you know what, Obi, you just gotta open up more. You know, but. We'll see.
Yeah. One of my struggles is at times I record a lot on my stories, but then I'm like, I'm not posting on my actual, like, what you call it? The freaking, not my stories, but my actual, I guess, like my IG post, right?
Yeah. The story or the real post.
Yeah, the real post.
The page.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm recording a lot, right? So I have a lot of content, but I'm not actually posting it on my actual IG, right? And the thing is, like, man, like I'm losing out on so much freaking content that I could be sharing, but I'm like, at times it's like, it's not even that cool enough to post. So should I even post it? You know what I mean?
All the time.
Yeah.
But I see people not posting cool shit all the time too. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. Like you said, maybe overthinking and shit, you know? But like you said, they say content is content. And you never know what's going to hit. Yeah. One of on this new page that barely started like 3 months ago or whatever, whatever my new IG is, the biggest video was a day of where me and the wife went to like fucking, I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese and, downtown and like, you know what I mean? It was just like we went to Hodads and then like, I don't know, it was like a trolley and then like Chuck E. Cheese. It was like some random ass shit. And then that one got like 38,000 views like all fast. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
oh shit.
But like you said, any content is content.
I think it was Gary Vee that mentioned it, right? Because at times I want to make sure that all my content is clean and
perfect,
looks aesthetic, right? But he said, hey, your content on your IG, on Facebook, whatever it is, it shouldn't be a gallery. It should be a journey, documenting your journey. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's when you create that connection with the audience. Like, fuck, but at times it's like, I don't want this. You know, it's a constant battle, you know?
Oh, and I guess like how you said, we got to get caught up with the times. That's what me and Sick Jackin were talking about recently, was like me and him and other people. I think we're more so, like, I consider myself like a rapper, like a MC, to where other people are a rapper / entertainer. Well, people do, you know, they're like a character. They're like goofy and fucking, you know what I mean? They do other stuff and like, oh, look at me. And like, you know what I mean? And we're more so like, let the music speak for itself type dudes. You know what I mean? Like, it's more because it's from the era you didn't have to use social media.
Right.
You had publicists, you had fucking street teams, you had, I guess just word of mouth at that time, or, you know what I mean? Or different connections and shit. And then social media comes in. It's like, oh, I got to be a rapper / influencer now. You know, I didn't sign up to be an influencer. I only wanted to fucking rap. You know what I mean? But now I got to be a rapper / oh, this guy who's fucking, you know, a cool guy, or I'm a character, look at me type shit, instead of just here's the music, you know?
Yeah. So we were talking about when you first like started off, who you started listening to, then you did a few talent shows, and from there, what was the first, do you recall the first time you ever stepped on stage, like aside from those talent shows or anything like that, when your first show that you did?
Damn. I don't know. My first show was, besides, man, it could have been a car show or something back then. Like, and I used to do all sorts of shit. there was like something back then called Hot Import Nights.
Oh, okay.
You remember those? Like they were like with the Honda cars, and they'd be at Cricket Amphitheater or Chula Vista at the amphitheater and shit. They'd have all the fucking like Fast and Furious cars. Pitbull will perform. I would open up and shit down there like all the time. Fucking do those jingle jams. I would do all sorts of.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember jingle jams.
And then going to hella car shows. I remember doing hella car shows from. Like I said, both they were either racers. Back then, what was popular, like those Fast and the Furious type cars, and then fucking lowrider shows and shit. And then when I was younger, I was saying earlier, you guys weren't here for this. I used to rock with Mr. Shadow when I was young, if they know who that is. And he took me on tour with them, and that kind of seasoned me too, as being his hype man.
Oh shit, no way, bro.
Yeah. So young, being his hype man, and we went to fucking Salt Lake, Nebraska, Arizona, and those were my first times on a plane too. Was going with this fool and the homies, and I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? We're going to Nebraska, fool. Like,
and how'd you guys get connected?
That was him, because he was cracking.
Yeah.
He was hella popping. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, hey, fool, I got a show in Nebraska. You want to be my hype man? I'm like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got shit else cracking. You know what I mean? And we were rapping together back then and shit. He had a little group called the Mayhem Clique. And I was in his crew back then and shit, you know, but they had a little studio right here in Spring Valley, and we'd be all kicking it. Shadow, Slush the Villain, fucking gang of rappers back then, Beta Bossolini and shit.
Oh shit. Yeah. How long did that last? You guys going on tour, you being the hype man and all that?
Man, we did that shit for a couple years. He even took the I didn't go at that time because I didn't have the passport, but he even took the homies to Japan.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and they were out there in Japan like twice.
Damn.
They went out there to Japan and shit, you know what I mean? And then when that happened, I don't know if you knew, I was on 106 and Park on BET.
Oh shit, no, I didn't, bro. Nah.
Oh, the when that happened, I got signed to this dude in LA and to this group, and they whatever we was in this group. He flew us to fucking New York back and forth. I ended up on 106 and Park. Shadow's out there doing his thing and shit. You know what I mean? So I even tried to get him signed with the dude I was with too, and the dude I was with. He ended up getting busted for some shit, and he was on CNN's, like, you know, American Greed.
Yeah.
You know the show where they get into people with the money and shit.
Yeah.
He like gaffled hella people for like millions and millions of dollars, and we thought we were on. This fool had all this money, and next thing you know, he gets arrested and he's gone.
Oh shit!
And we're like, what the fuck? Like, we thought it was cracking, and then he's gone. We're like, oh well, fuck. Like,
damn.
You know what I mean? And then that was another hit right there too, because you know this fool was flying us everywhere, bro. Atlanta, Chicago, fucking. When I was on 106 and Park, I was out there for like a couple weeks and shit, and he had a stay in Times Square, fucking dope ass hotel. All this shit was paid for at that time.
Damn, bro, I would have never guessed that like rappers back then had it like that.
Oh man,
really?
It was before all that internet shit took over, CD sales were better because the only way they could get it was through you or where you got it or wherever it was sold. And so you were getting way more fucking money than when fools were streaming and shit.
Damn.
And so even going around, like, you know, I think the demand for music was more because you couldn't just go on your phone and be like, oh, let's
and stream it or YouTube or things like that, right?
When you found it, you're like, oh, this is, you had to hold on to it. Like, hey, this is the fucking CD because your homie steals it. Now you don't got it no more. You got to burn it. And you're like, oh, what the fuck happened to that one CD?
Damn.
You know, so I think at that time, what people forget was the music era was man, CDs were expensive, fool. What the fuck, like $20 and shit. You know what I mean? And it was good. It was good back then. Like fucking fool shows were cracking. A lot of shit was popping.
But you know what's crazy? Like, I think it was not too long ago. I think it was, man, I forgot what rapper. He was still out there hustling his CDs, right?
Oh, bro?
Or no, not his CDs. I think his tickets for his shows and things like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And people in the comments were like kind of clowning, right? Like, oh, you know what? He's like down bad or whatnot because he's out here like hustling. But you know what? That's a fucking hustler still. But people forget that before this whole internet thing, that was how people used to make their money, you know, the old school hustling days.
Man, that's how you even would fucking connect with people. We couldn't go and talk to other rappers and shit. You had to go out and find motherfuckers somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, go to parties and rent in the fools, or, you know, me and the homies would smash up to LA and fucking hoping to run into rappers and shit and pass out music. Just hoping, like, man, we wonder if we'll see anyone or whatever. And nothing, and come all the way back to Dago, you know what I mean? And you didn't know, you know what I mean? Someone could have cracked off and shit. And which did happen with one of the homies when I did get signed with that fool I was telling you about, Michael McCant, Billionaire Cat. We had DJ Fingers on fucking Rap City with my poster on the front hanging and shit. It's still on YouTube and shit. That was all the same time. But they could look it up, see Michael McCant and how much money this fool lost on the American Greeting. Like I said, we thought we were about to be on because he had us with fucking everybody, bro. We had the mixtape. We had Cameron on that motherfucker. We had Ice Cube. Everybody on there and shit.
Oh, shit.
And DJ Fingers had got fucking drops from hella people, and they pressed up like 10,000 copies back then and gave them away for free.
Fuck.
Like, it was pretty crazy, bro. Back in those days.
Would you say that was one of like your biggest breaks when you guys were like, oh shit, we're about to fucking pop off? Or what do you think is your biggest breaks in your whole music career?
Damn, what was the biggest? Is getting up there recently with a lot of the shit. Like, I be feeling once I started getting spun by DJ Premier, that's a pretty big one, because he just doesn't play nobody's shit. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about how much money you got, who's this, how hot you are, what your numbers are. He only cares if that shit's dope. So to get spun by Premier is like a big thing. Like, oh shit. And to get like multiple records, I was like, that was a pretty big moment. But the 106 and Park shit was big. I did Monday Night Fight Club where I battled Young Onyx. I don't know if you know who Onyx is. Fucking legendary hip hop group. Sticky Fingers, Fredro Starr. You seen Friday After Next, right?
Yeah.
The bald fool with the cockeye?
Yeah.
That's Sticky Fingers.
Oh, shit.
I battled their young group.
Oh, okay.
In New York. So the fool
shit.
see me and I'm in a fucking Charger jersey with Chucks on and shit. And they're like, who the fuck is... West Coast can't rap. You know, to them.
Right.
They, back then, they didn't know. The only West Coast they know was fucking... Made the Game at that time was probably like the newest.
Yeah.
Who else? The Game around that. The Game was probably the biggest, like mid 2000s.
Yeah, the Game was killing it back then, bro. Like,
this is after Snoop and Eastsider. Like a little later, it was like the Game, really.
Yeah, the Game. I mean, Eminem was always killing it. You know,
well,
but
he's Detroit.
Yeah.
And shit,
yeah. From down over here, I would say the Game. Yeah.
Exhibit was around like that time, or is that a little before?
Yeah, I think the biggest name that probably the Game.
And so I think they didn't really have an eye of West Coast rappers like spitting bars,
right?
You know what I mean, like could battle,
right?
I don't think they thought like West Coast fools could battle, so I kind of caught them off guard with, like, oh, this motherfucker could battle, and then they're like, oh, he's Mexican and white. They're like, what is this motherfucker? And like, he dresses West Coast, like it throws them off guard. They're like, what is this fool? You know what I mean? And then I think that's what a lot of battles ended up winning, just for that fact too, like. You know what I mean? Like a West Coast dude who's into hip hop. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's dope. Yeah. And how was your experience out there? Like being over there at 106 Park and all that?
It was dope. Seeing how that shit really runs, where they let you fucking meet the fools and talk to each other and know each other, so you could kind of come up with some lines. Because it's not fair. They see you on TV. If you win, they see you and they can write some shit at home, and it's like, oh nah, you know what I mean? Fucking this fool knows what I look like.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Because there wasn't no, like we said, no internet really. Maybe MySpace, but it wasn't cracking like that.
Oh
and shit.
That's a good point. So they let you guys meet up and
hell yeah. I was like, these fucking and how they tricked me was the last week. Supposedly the food didn't show up that I was studying, and right before they're like, hey, we got this other food you're gonna battle. So I didn't have my shit ready for this food. And I was like, oh homie, you did the little switcheroo on me and shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Damn. And how do you go about like freestyling or battling someone? Do you just like think of something they're wearing or like an attribute of the person, or just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get him where it fucking hurts or some shit?
Yeah. Back then it was just on some like you said, like you just look at him real quick and just try to study him, and then you be like, I think it also comes from if you're good at clowning fools and roasting and shit, you'd be like, all right, I got a couple little bars, mix in a couple little writing bars in there too, and then you're like, all right, it's game over and shit.
Damn, do you still freestyle right now? Like,
nah. Well, so sometimes and shit, you know, it depends, you know what I mean? Fucking not fucking at like shows and shit, you know what I mean? But fucking if I'll go on, like you said, podcast or hip hop shows or fucking different shit like that, you know? Yeah.
That's what's up. And right now, just before you came, I was listening to that song. I forgot the name of it, but I think it was one of your latest releases.
Oh yeah.
How did that come about, that collab?
With Sick Jacket?
Yeah.
Man, me and him actually worked together before, like a long time ago, but we built a connection through the label that I'm signed through. They got a connection, a very good connection with Sick Jacket, and one of the other artists that I'm working with named Mad Child. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
He's huge in Canada. That's where he's from. Huge out there. He's like the Tech 9 of Canada. Big out there. He's won probably their version of the Grammy. He has 2 less than Drake.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So the dude's huge out there in Europe, fucking Switzerland, Australia. Long story short, him and Sick Jacket known each other from the Psycho Realm days. They went on tour together because Mad Child's in a group called Swollen Members.
Yeah. Swollen
Members and Psycho Realm fucking toured. Me and Mad Child were working on an album. He records that fucking Sick Jacket studio, and then, you know, brings me, and then Sick Jacket already know, like I said, we already know each other. He's, oh, you and Mad Child working on some shit. We did some shit that night, and then he's like, hey, let's do some other shit. And then it ended up being this one right there, and fucking collabed again. You know, and then that was from my album.
Yeah, that song is fucking hard,
good
bro.
looking.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people, and you posted it too, right? That a lot of people are like reacting to that video and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's just going crazy.
And the dude who produced it, C-Lance, does a lot of big records. Jedi Mind Tricks, like, I don't know, Vinny Pass. Nah. Super hip hop cats, underground hip hop, but he produces for a lot of people. R.A. the Rugged Man, a lot of legendary hip hop people. Havoc from Mobb Deep, you know what I mean? Yeah. But he produced that beat, and then the engineer of that record is this dude Seasick. Another dude who's like legendary, bro. He's Sick Jacket's engineer, but we recorded this at their studio, but he's Dave Chappelle's right-hand man. He's Dave Chappelle's podcast. He runs all the sound through the Netflix specials, all his live shows. He's the sound dude his filmer, and Mos Def, Talib Kweli. Plus, he's like engineered like some of the classic hip-hop albums from Jay-Z, Nas, fucking... crazy shit, bro.
Man, you're there, bro.
It feels like it, but then it's like, you know, it's like respect wise and in the industry wise, it's crazy. But you know, the kids in the street, they don't care about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't care who produces records or fuck. You know what I mean? Everyone's ripping beats off of YouTube and fuck. You know, it's a different era. You know what I mean?
But you respect that because you know what it takes. You know what I mean? And then since you're like really deep down into music, you know what it takes. You know there's people behind the scenes, right? When other people, they don't really care. All they listen to is the beat. Oh shit, that's just hard. All right.
And now being signed with the label is crazy because you can't just take anybody's beat because fools will fucking hit you for the publishing and shit. And they told me this like when we were working on the album. They're like, hey, when you get these beats, no samples, no none of that shit because we don't want it to get flagged because they're gonna lose money. And it's funny. So whatever. They have their producers that they set with that they know are good. I tried to bring the homie into it, and he's like, and I got him paid and got some beats, and he's like, yeah, all the beats are good, samples, this and that. This fool was taking samples off of some website and shit, and this Match Out song that we had 150,000 fucking views in like 3 weeks. Bam, it got flagged. Some fool was like, oh, there's a little loop in there that's mine.
No way.
Yeah, and now we have to fucking give them some publishing and shit.
What the fuck?
And I hit up the homie like, hey, bro, I thought you said all those loops and samples were like publishing free. And he's like, that's what the site said. And I'm like, guess not. Because homeboy hit us and fucking was like, hey, that's my loop right there in the beat and shit. And we're like, what the fuck? And
what the fuck? So
just a little loop. Stop the whole shit.
What the fuck? So how long does it take for that little loop? Like maybe a few seconds or something, or what?
And it was like part of the beat, but it was only like one little voice part, not the drums, the bass line, then the beat switches to a whole different part.
Right. That's
not that part, and it's like, but just that one little part fucking flagged the whole shit because homeboy was like, hey, that's mine. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
And I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like, and that's when I knew the label when they said that it's real shit. They're like, hey, we want it to be fucking straight through, no samples, fucking all original because we don't want it. No bullshit, you know?
And how does that work? So right now you're currently working with this label. Let's say out of so many different streams or plays on YouTube, things like that. Obviously, you get a percentage of those streams. Is that how it works?
And you got to think it breaks down all the streams from every fucking site, Tidal, Amazon Music, Google Music, YouTube Music. You know what I mean? And then so many fucking Pandora. Xbox, like when you get the list of all the streams, it's all hella long of all the things, and it'll be like 25 cents, $5, $30. You know what I mean? Like,
oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what the hell's all these little streaming sites and shit? You know?
Oh shit, that's dope, man. So,
but they collect it all, you know, from all the ones.
And then from there, you get a percentage out of that.
Yeah, it's quarterly. We're like 2 times. It's different ones. You get your publishing checks,
right?
Which is different from the label, which is the writing and all the stuff, and then you get your royalties and shit. And then it depends on the artist. If you got other deals with them, are you getting merch? You know what I mean? Then you get a merch check. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit, that's dope, man. Hell yeah.
So it's like, you know, which other, however they got it set up, because everyone's shit is different, you know.
Well, for me, bro, like I see everything from the outside perspective, right? I see the Instagram, the YouTube video, the music videos on YouTube, and I see that I'm like, man, he's fucking killing it. What would you say would be the biggest dream or your biggest goal and dream in the music industry? I guess right now you're currently making some profit out of music, but would you say there's still a long way for you to go, or?
Yeah. I definitely want to be able to be at a point. My goal in music is like, I always tell people, like, because of course I'm an artist and a rapper, but I think at the end of the day, I want to be somebody like a Dre, like a composer, where like, yeah, I'm a rapper, but I help put the whole song together for people. I want to like get artists and be like, here's the beat, this person should write it, like put the whole thing together. You know what I mean? Like for people, And I eventually want to start doing that like what Dre does for Snoop. You know what I mean? He'll be like, okay, this person's going to do the beat. Nate Dogg's going to do the hook. Corrupt's going to get on the verse. Now we got a hit, or 50 Cent's going to hop on, or someone like that. You know, someone where they
like the
compose.
Mastermind. Yeah.
Like a Puff Daddy, like a Mastermind. Like, you know, pick people and could see the whole play instead of people like we just said, the team, they don't know. A lot of rappers think these hit songs from fucking these rappers were just one person. Hell nah. Fucking, you look at those credits and you see the long ass shit. A lot of those hit records took multiple people to sit in there and help. Like Dre might be like, hey, yo, Daz, you got 8 bars, or fucking, you know, someone got this and that, or you got a hook, and then everyone plays a little part. And some of those songs you'll hear, that's why it takes a little more than just one person picking a beat off of YouTube and sitting there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when they get into the real music and you're like, okay, we need, I got a dope bass player. This fool come in and play the bass right here. Oh, this part needs some scratching, like a real fucking composer or some shit. You know what I want to do besides rapping. You know what I mean? Like, rapping's the one thing, but the end goal, once I get this is after being established or whatever. You know what I mean? But the later goal. You know what I mean? Like,
have you done any of that or no? Like getting people, hey, you know what? I think this guy will be good for this specific song, or have you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
That's dope.
All the time. And ghostwriting, I do a lot of ghostwriting for all sorts of genres. Food,
really?
Fucking gangster rap, fucking girls rap, fucking club party music.
Oh
and shit,
shit!
Like,
no way.
All sorts of different shit, and it's like my wife will be like, "What are you writing now?" And I'll be like, "Oh man, I got to do this song for this person." And you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh shit, that's
like,
dope.
oh, some crazy shit. And, you know, that stuff gets harder than what you want to make, because now you got to make something that someone else wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So does it feel like a job now? Like, oh shit, I got to do something.
Hell yeah, that's when it turns into a job.
Yeah.
But that's what keeps a lot of rappers. I don't know what their main hustle is, because like I said, if you're not doing shows and all this stuff, but to keep constant money coming in, fucking, if these fools don't know, you could be a ghostwriter, bro. Like, there's people out there that got money and need it, and fucking, you know what I mean? And that's another option too. That I've been doing it too, though. So it's like, you know what I mean? And I'm only going to continue to be ghostwriting too. So it's like, that's the other part of, like you said, but that's more of the job. When it's me just writing, I don't gotta fucking think about that shit. I just I let it flow.
But nowadays I feel like even just recently I was listening to, I'm not sure if you listened to King Little G, right?
Hell yeah.
So he was even mentioning about like starting some sort of workshop. Like I think it was like some sort of webinar, like $20 a month or whatnot, that he would be teaching like artists, the new cats, right, on how to freaking get royalties for their music, how to make it on their own, because obviously it's all this experience that he had to learn on his own, but he can be teaching people, right? Have you ever thought of doing anything like that?
Hella, all the time. I always try to. A lot of people know that I've reached out to people and put people up on game and shit. You know, a couple rappers too. I've reached out that I never even met in my life and be like, hey bro, your shit's dope. You know what? I passed your shit on to someone I think would fit your shit. And they'd be like, what? And they'll be tripping like, what the fuck? Why'd you show love? And it'd be like, as a rapper, I don't got no fucking ego. If something's dope, you know what I mean? Like I could see talent, you know what I mean? Like where I'm like, okay, there's talent there. I could see where to put them, you know what I mean? Like
it's crazy, bro, because even at times when you know people are talented, but a lot of people don't support because they're not famous yet, right? Have you experienced that, right?
Hell yeah.
It's weird that people don't like to support when people are like in the grind, right? When they're in the beginning stages, right? They just want to be supporting like strangers they don't even know, but because they're famous.
Oh yeah.
But yet again, you have talented ass people locally, but they won't support them. They'll just watch the story and just kind of like, they'll even hate on them, man.
And I think that's when people, like we said, they just find their certain fan bases and shit. Because we could take it back to a Shadow when we were going to Nebraska. We'd be here in San Diego kicking it. No one would care. No one would give a fuck. Me and Shadow would go to the store. No one would trip. We would hit Nebraska, lying around the fucking mall for this fool, girls crying and shit.
Oh,
like, what the fuck? Like, we're laughing. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, we're like, you're crying over the homie and shit. And it's like, there he's something. You know what I mean? So here he might not, like, locally. So I think it's the more so, like you said, when it catches on. So maybe if they're hella cracking, they're already on a tour and it hits Dago, fools will already pop up. But, you know, who knows fucking each person's story. Maybe they won't crack locally and they'll just be fucking famous wherever they're famous at, you know?
Oh, you said nothing but facts right there, bro. You know what I mean? Why does it always have to be like that? You know what I mean? A lot of the times it's always strangers that are showing love, bro.
And like you said, it's finding the people, I guess, that connect to you. It's fucking, I guess, finding those ones, because someone out there is going to relate to you. There has to be. There's so many fucking people in the world. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that me and you know we don't relate to them, but they're hella cracking, and we're like, somebody has to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it has to do with, you know what? You see somebody that maybe you've seen them like maybe walking around your neighborhood, or maybe you work with them, or you went to school with them, right? Mm-hmm. So you're just kind of like, you just see them kind of doing their thing, and like, oh yeah, he's rapping, but you just kind of like, you don't want to show that love, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But then somebody that doesn't even know them from elsewhere,
all the time,
it's crazy.
And I don't know what that is.
Maybe because a lot of people, they don't have the drive and the goal, so they feel kind of like even intimidated that, you know what the fuck, this guy's like doing his thing and I'm over here just fucking chilling or something like that, you know? Maybe some sort of like remorse, kind of like, fuck, maybe like since they're not doing anything with their lives, they probably feel, I guess, belittled a little, you know? And then
the other thing could be is like, maybe we seem cooler to people that are far away because they don't see us as much. They're like, oh, you pop up and it's like a, you know what I mean? Yeah, like a little thing, like, oh, they're here and shit. And then for some reason, California, New York, when those artists go other places, they're always fucking huge. You know what I mean? Everyone loves California. Everyone loves West Coast, East Coast. Everyone loves the Chicano style. Chicano rappers, like we said, go to Japan and be huge, homie. Fucking Chicano rappers could go to Brazil and fucking sell out. You know what I mean? And they don't speak the same Spanish and shit.
Oh,
you know?
Shit, that's fucking mind blowing.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, look at Sick Jack and homie. That fool be Spain, fucking Portugal, Argentina, selling out soccer stadiums.
No. Really?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then, he still big shows here, but you know, over there, everyone's fucking coming out. You know what I mean? When you go to the other countries and shit, the whole village and shit is coming.
The village.
Everyone's out there deep and shit.
That's just dope.
But it's kind of like when you hit, because you travel America or what?
Yeah.
Like the South and shit like that. And
yeah, I do somewhat of traveling, not that much.
Because it's like, them fools don't be seeing shit out there, homie, fucking compared to here. So a rapper could go hit fucking, I don't know, let's say what, Kansas or something.
Yeah,
it'd be cracking because who the fuck is rapping out there? You know what I mean?
Kansas,
so you go do a show, sell out 80 people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Fucking, but locally you only doing 8 people.
Yeah.
You're doing 8 or 80. Next thing you know, you're doing fucking 8,000 in fucking Germany or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Like, for instance, even with this podcast, I literally just started it. Like, I started being consistently this year, right? But I've had like pretty somewhat famous artists like that stop by and I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking dope, right? But just recently, I think it was like 2 days ago, somebody left a comment on the last podcast and they're like, hey, you know what? I've been listening to them since I was a kid. Unfortunately, they never really popped off and made it, but I'm still a loyal fan.
Hell
and
yeah.
he was from Colombia. And then I'm like, oh shit. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I still show love to them. And you know what? I want to show love to your podcast because you guys did a great job, whatever. I'm like, oh shit. But yet again, I have a lot of friends out here. They're not leaving that comment. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
But it's somebody from fucking Colombia took the time, a few minutes, bro, that can make a huge difference for me because I'm just starting this shit off.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? But it's crazy. And going back to that same thing, a complete stranger took those maybe a minute just to write a quick little comment. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. People are so weird, bro. Like, to where one of my homies knows that I'm doing music and doing all this and that. He knows my shit came out. And to the point to be like, do fools still buy CDs? Like, when I talk about I had a CD out, and I'm like, bro, you didn't see my post. I saw you watch where I had a whole fucking table full of pre-orders that were already sold. I was like, fool, the post was showing the CD sold, and then you're like, fools are buying CDs?
Yeah.
I'm like, fool, the shit showed you they were sold, and then you know what I mean? The people don't pay attention. Yeah. And that's like my homie.
Or they don't want to pay attention.
You know what I mean?
They'll just like scroll or, you know what I mean?
And that's the homie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm like, yeah, they're sold, motherfucker. Fools across the fucking state's bottom.
Yeah.
And you did it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? But it's just part of the game, bro.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Do you ever feel like, do you ever take that to heart, bro? Like, kind of like, damn, man, my own people are not fucking like supporting me.
I did for a long time. Now I'm older now, like where I try to be like, I try to kill my ego and shit, you know what I mean? And not try to let it stress me and shit. I'm like, fuck that. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, get over it, bitch. Fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it is what it is. You're going to continue on with your mission, right?
Like if I feel if you keep on the right path and keep steady working and shit and stay true, they're eventually gonna like it. You know what I mean? They got to. Like, if everyone else fucking gravitates, because I'm not trying to be fucking. I'm not trying to be Drake. I'm not trying to be. Who else is big?
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so many fucking
I'm not trying to be one of the big fucking huge rappers you see. I want to be someone who's underground enough, but making enough to where, come on, if I'm making 6 figures a year off of my music and fucking living comfortably and don't got to do a 9 to 5, that's the life to me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't have to be a millionaire if I could be like, oh, he made $300,000 off of music. Come on, like a year. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand it. Like, when fools see like, oh, they think only Drake is successful or these people are successful, not knowing that. Let's think of an underground artist like who's underground that's big, like a Dilated Peoples. You know who they are, right? Dilated Peoples.
I listen to a lot of like more like Mexican music and shit like that. So
Spanish music.
Yeah.
Let me put it on the terms of like, what would you consider underground of like rap from there?
Fuck. Even
I guess Little G. He's
a huge one. And
that's
he's
what I'm saying. What you see successful, but he's not Eminem. Yeah. He's not Drake. He's not fucking Snoop.
And he's still independent.
Still
and shit.
successful as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, there's artists like that where they're like, oh, those dudes are crazy successful, but they're not fucking Rick Ross. You know what I mean? And it's like people I think they kind of cloud that in their head where you could be a Be Real. Be Real ain't fucking broke. That fool's fucking, you know what I mean? He might not be like crazy millionaire. Fool's balling though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think you pretty much said it to what I consider living the dream, right? Just doing what you love and just be making a living that you don't even have to do a 9 to 5, right? That's my biggest goal, you know what I mean? And I think if you can do that and make a living out of that, I think that's living the dream.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's living the dream, bro.
And constant fans and shit. And I know people that are living the dream, like fucking Mad Child. This fool's a millionaire, bro. He at least fucking got a couple million in the account, and he makes probably what fucking more than what a doctor makes a year. So you see a doctor riding around and they went to school and all this shit, and the homie makes what he makes every fucking year off of his music. That's pretty good. Living in Beverly Hills.
Damn. Oh shit. No way.
And he could go walking around. No, not everyone knows who Mad Child is.
Yeah.
This fool could go walk around and no one's gonna bother him and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
And it's like, to me, that's the life. I'm like, what the fuck? This fool's living in Beverly Hills. Got a fucking 2 dope ass cars, fucking crazy jewelry, and I'm like, I don't want that. But you know what I'm saying? To everyone else, it'd be like, oh, that's the fucking dream right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what's been the biggest advice that somebody like him has provided you on how to succeed in your career?
Just staying true to the music and be yourself at the end of the day, like, because genuine is always going to get across further than fucking being fake and shit. You know what I mean? Like, too many of these rappers these days, everyone wants to be the most balliness. Everyone wants to be the most gangster. And fucking, it's like, bro, there's fucking gangsters everywhere. There's ballers everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? It's everyone got money. You know what I mean? It's like, So, just being me and I think that's kind of what helped me this far, was like not trying to follow the trends of everyone else, and slowly but surely it went along to where I kept meeting people and doing shit and building little fan bases. Each project, more and more shows and shit. And then you know who the Cottonmouth Kings are?
Nah.
Cottonmouth Kings, they were huge underground. Talk about smoking weed. They're from Cali. They're from Southern California. I was in a group with them that was an off group called the King Clique. We went on tour and everything. We had an album, man, got hella streams and shit. There's a dude from a rock band called Head PE that's on there, and fucking Linkin Park and System of a Down, the rock groups, opened up for Head PE before they were cracking.
Damn.
And we got a song with them on there and shit. And that King Clique shit helped me out a lot too. Learning from those dudes, because like I said, they're pretty big underground and they in a band, and just soaking up game from each person. But like you said, we do need somebody like a Little G or someone who has knowledge to feed the people of San Diego, because there's not that out here. These fools, I guarantee you, and I've looked it up, where fools will have hella views. I'll scroll down, look at their publishing, the song, someone else's song, and I'm like, fool, you don't even own this song.
Oh shit.
You got 2.5 million views, but the song says it's someone else's beat. You know what I mean? And they don't know this though. And that's why I told people it was more than just fucking grabbing a beat from wherever. And this is after years of experience, because I did all the same shit too now, where it's like, build with a producer, know the fool who made the beat, pay him, make sure he's paid, and fucking everything is good. You won't have no fucking problems. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people need that advice too, you know?
Yeah.
Because
or how to like read a contract, making sure you're not screwed over and shit.
Your royalties, your publishing. Man, there's something called Sound Exchange. That's another thing that helps artists get their other royalties and shit. And that collects from all the stuff that your label and shit doesn't. So a lot of these artists, they're just sitting there without no money, not knowing. They're not going to tell you, hey, bro, you're missing out on money. You should go fucking sign up for Sound Exchange and do all this shit. So that's what rappers, they're missing out on hella money, bro. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be taught to the people. And you know, maybe one day, like I said, start like a little thing, you know, a little seminar or some shit, and kick knowledge. And it's always good to teach people, man. I always want to teach the younger cats and show them the way, you know?
Yeah, creating a digital product is pretty much going to be the new CDs, right? The new thing digitally. Yep. Mm-hmm. So if you could like do something like that, I think it would take off. Especially like we were saying that here in San Diego, like who can you actually go to be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go to so and so, right? You can't.
Nobody. There's what big studio is here that has multi-platinum records and hits and where?
Yeah.
Well, there's none. Yeah. You know what I mean? But in LA, you got fucking even the Corridos and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
oh yeah.
In LA, all the big labels and shit. There's no labels out here for nothing. there's not even no buildings for podcasts out here. We're in LA. You could get a building that'll sponsor you, and then you could have a fucking room in the fucking building and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like two different worlds, I guess, because if you're in entertainment, it's like New York, LA. It's like you have to be in those entertainment because you never know who the fuck you're gonna meet. You could run into anybody just on any blocks. Like, that's important too,
right?
That you're not gonna meet here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here, I don't know what's fucking. I don't know, like, who of importance you're gonna fucking. You're not gonna run into fucking Dr. Dre. You're not gonna run into Puff Daddy. You're not gonna run into fucking Adam 22. You're not gonna run into fucking.
Yeah, it's harder out here. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And imagine. I'm always in LA, always. So imagine people in the middle of the country and shit. These fools really don't got shit, dog. There ain't shit in no fucking
Kansas, you said.
Yeah, Kansas, fucking Mississippi, bro. It's like, bro, hell nah. Fucking Chicago, them fools are probably lucky if they got anything in fucking Chicago. It's like LA, New York. You know what I mean? If you want to make something happen like that, you know what I mean? Like, those cities are fucking fast moving. Everyone's there. Money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and for me, you know what? Like, there was a point that I wanted to leave San Diego because, well, you know, the house freaking market went up, right? So I was thinking of selling this pad and going to Texas. I'm like, you know what? Take like $400K in my pocket, buy a house for half that price, still have so much money in my pocket, you know? But then part of me is like, fuck, if I can make it here in San Diego, I can make it anywhere, right? Yeah. So I decided to end up staying here in San Diego. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, make it in San Diego to have enough money and still buy the fucking Texas house and build, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Because they're not that expensive out there. When you look at it, you're like, man, there's some parts of Texas you could get a sick ass crib for $150,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$300,000, you get a fucking El Chapo mansion in certain places and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I ended up deciding to stay here, and you know what? Something that I'm like super super grateful is it's freaking podcast, man. Because with podcasts, I've met so many freaking talented people and just people that are killing it, like in their own freaking, I guess, lane, right? For instance. Real estate agents that are making millions, right? Artists that are with Rancho Humilde or got signed up with Rancho Humilde. It's a Mexican record label. Yourself, you know what I mean? So, and like you said, there's not like a lot of podcasts out there here in San Diego or people that you can actually collab with and just chill with and connect or share different ideas, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So I'm very fucking thankful of this platform, and that's why we connected right now. I've seen your content through a lot of different freaking probably even years, you know what I mean? So yeah.
And it's been a long time, and then people that's the thing too, never stop. Because when people be like, you're still going, I'm like, fool, I ain't never quit on me. Like, other fools quit. They be like, what happened to so-and-so? I'm like, I don't know. They stopped. I did it. You know what I mean? I'm all fucking, I kept going and shit.
Because you never know, bro. You never know.
It seems like when one thing stopped for me, another thing picked up, something else picked up because you kept going. You know what I mean? You might hit a little thing like, damn, and then it's weird, bro. You just run into another connect, like, oh, so-and-so knows somebody or something, and they got some money, or, you know what I mean? And then it leads to something, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, just being part of that journey, you start, like, learning new things, creating new relationships, you know what I mean? So, yeah, same here, bro. I'm never going to stop, and you know what? I'm gonna keep on going because, man, I always preach this, right? I'm following in my heart. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm a strong believer that we're receptors, right? We're just energy, right? And something's telling me to continue going, so I'm gonna continue going.
You got to, and I feel the same way too. You know, maybe that's why we all, like you said, we all connect. It's the energy they feel or the different thing. It's like that's what they're connecting to and shit. And another crazy thing that's a link who was on here is Profane. I used to rap with Profane too.
Oh shit, no way. Yeah. Bro, his story is crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know that fool used to go to his pad right there on Solola and shit at his mom's pad over there in the hood. We record right there in his room with him and Sham Black and shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, Sham Black and Profane did a song for me when I used to airbrush for Party Crews. No, you're good. Well, when I used to record for Party Crews. Not record. I used to airbrush for Party Crews. And I used to have my little shop over at Farmer's Market, Basad. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But they made a song for me. So I've been knowing them since freaking probably middle school, high school and shit.
Damn, that's crazy. Hell yeah. Black Flame?
Yeah, Black Flame. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, freaking, Profane. He's good people, man. He definitely changed his whole freaking lifestyle.
Bro, used to perform with this fool at the backyard house parties and shit.
Damn.
And it was crazy. Hella crazy. Yeah. Like you said, he's a different human from then.
Yeah, you heard his whole transition, how he changed and everything. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's super crazy.
Do you ever feel like, you know what, making that change for yourself? Like, you know what, like, I want to turn my life around and not necessarily be like super like religious, but you know what, like maybe change this about myself.
I think I always think that because I have kids, so I'm like, I don't know if that's made me not softer, but it's made me more like, you know, I gotta be here for them and the anger, the energy. I can't be a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I gotta be a good role model for my kids and shit. So I try to live as a good human. You know what I mean? Yeah. I try to like not do no weird shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I try to be a normal, you know, help people, be nice to your neighbor. You know, I try to live by that. Like, just be a good person. Good will come to you, you know? Yeah. Now, that's what I'm, you know what I mean, dealing with this shit. Yeah, because believe it or not, even though maybe they don't say certain things, but they're always watching, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, just like, and you said, been even working on the ego and shit too, where I tell myself, you know, fucking let shit go. It ain't, you know what I mean? Which is even harder to do than letting it bother you. Letting it bother you is easy as fuck, but letting it go is hella hard. Where you're like, oh yeah, don't let that shit bother you. You know? Like for instance, what would you say that's something that maybe would bother you, and you're trying to get better at not letting you bother you? When it's stupid comments on YouTube, when you know that they don't even know what they're just haters and they're just saying random shit. The fucking, like, they'll be like, oh, this is mumble rap, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is hip hop. There's nothing mumble. They just say random shit because it sounds cool, and then I try not to respond to that, but that shit will piss me off. Where sometimes they'll catch me slipping like the haters, but I try not to be like. Next time I'll be like, oh, sorry, homie. I'll try not to mumble next time. You know what I mean? Like, instead of getting angry. Get happy with them and shit. It's weird because I feel like it happens to all content creators. It doesn't matter if you receive so many like positive comments, right? Yeah. But it's that one freaking negative comment, right? All the time. And it's funny, the label told me that because when I first got signed with the label that I'm with, the first video we put out hit like 121,000 like in the first month. And there was hella fools talking shit. Hella haters, and they were like, stop talking shit back. These fools, I was getting my page blocked back then. How we were talking about that, because I was talking shit, and then these fools were fucking hating, like hate on my page, and then next thing you know, they're like a block against my account, because these fools will go on there and fucking start flagging me and shit. Interacting with them. I had like back-to-back 30-day bans on Instagram, Facebook by interacting with haters, to where the label was like, hey, we're going to tell you there was another fool. He's big too. And he's popular. And they're like, hey, they're like, he used to get in there and get so angry and be pissed off and ruin his whole day over the one comment. And they're like, fool, you got 2 bad comments, but you got 100 good ones. They're like, reply to the 100 good ones. And don't worry about those ones, because you reply to the 100 good ones, they're going to keep coming back, you know, like, so feed the good energy, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't say nothing to all these people who said good song, dope song, nice video. You ignored all them, but the person who said, hey, this shit sucks, you're like, what? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, but to those people, you should have been, oh, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Thank you for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what do you say? Are you doing that now? Replying?
That's what, since they taught me that, I've been trying to do that to where for a while now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna talk shit.
Yeah,
just it's hard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but like you said, you have to embrace all that good energy, right? Because everything is energy. You know, what you put out, it's what you receive, right?
My wife will end up talking shit sometimes too. Like, oh, I seen that hater. I talk shit to him on a fake account or something. Because she gets mad, you know what I mean? Because she's protective and shit. So she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy for, like, I try to get like the good things out of social media or just out of conversation, people that I meet. I always try to pick up on things. And there was this post that I just recently watched or saw, and it said the power of one. Like, at times, I don't know if you ever go live. I don't even go live because I'm scared that if maybe only one person, right, or two people, but this post made me want to even try that later on. Because it says, hey, it doesn't matter. She said, it doesn't matter if you go live and there's only one or two people watching you. Because do you really expect that as soon as you go live, all sorts of people are going to drop what they're doing to go watch you? But she said, but that one person or two people that are watching you, embrace them, connect with them, because that means these people are taking time out of their life to connect with you. You know what I mean? So similar to those people that are leaving a comment behind, you know what? Embracing your skills, you know, showing love, show love back.
Hell yeah. And that's the thing. If any artists are listening, do what we just said and reply to all your fans, no matter what it is. Reply to every single comment that's positive, what we just said, in a positive way, because it helps engagement. And every engagement brings more reaction to the post, which hits the algorithm. You know what I mean? You want all engagements because they're like, oh, he's getting likes, but he's not getting comments, you know. So you got to hit all the engagements on each little post, which, man, sometimes we'll drop a video and they're like, you got to do that on every platform. So you got to hit YouTube, reply to all the comments, Facebook, all the comments, IG, all the comments. Fucking, you got Twitch, all the you know what I mean? It's a thing, but you have to do it. You have to. And if all rappers are telling you, they're slipping.
Yeah. Bro, it's, believe it or not, we're at an hour and 20 minutes already.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Sheesh. I know we flew through it.
Damn, that's dope, bro. Yeah, that's just hella dope. That's why I love this platform, bro, because it's just like having a genuine conversation. It just fucking flows, right?
Hell yeah.
Before we close it up, bro, because I like to keep it in. We can always run it back and shit like that. But before we close it out, is there something in specific that you want to like say to the people, a message, maybe an experience, message to your daughters, whatever you would want to say that we haven't touched upon? I want to make sure that you leave it behind in this platform.
The biggest thing, 2 weeks, April 28th is my album that is dropping everywhere. Hard copies are available. There's going to be vinyl, t-shirts, and it's a pretty big project that we put a lot of time in. It's been like 3 years to get this motherfucker out, clearing all the publishing, because it's being done right. You know what I mean? It's like really coming out through the label, so it took a long minute to get everything right. Oh, fucking Calioso took all the pictures, shot everything, and finished it right before he had passed away. Except one panel of the thing. So the CD, all 3 original panels, is all Calioso's work.
Oh shit.
Took all the pictures, did all the shit. He shot all my original videos before the album. Leading up, he shot all the videos, but then he passed away and then started working on the new album. So damn. You know what I mean? And he would have been still shooting all the shit still, but you know.
Damn.
That's crazy. So, yeah.
So April 22nd.
28th.
28th?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
April
The album
28th.
everywhere. You could stream it for free. You could go fucking pre-save it, get a hard CD, t-shirt. I'm gonna be fucking having CDs on May 5th with me, performing live with Sick Jack in the Psycho Realm on Cinco de Mayo with fucking Immortal Technique and Chino XL.
Where's this at, bro?
In Santa Clarita.
Okay.
Or Santa Clara, somewhere.
Yeah.
The Yost.
Okay, and if I wanted to cop one of your shirts, bro, how do I go about it online or?
Yeah, srh.com, and it has all my album bundles and shit on there.
Oh yeah.
And Aliman is performing. You know Aliman?
Oh yeah. No way.
Yeah.
He's fucking killing it, bro.
So it's gonna be Psycho Realm, Immortal Technique, Aliman, Chino XL, and me, May 5th, Psycho de Mayo in LA. I'm gonna have CDs out there, stickers, t-shirts. It's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah. Well, this episode is actually gonna drop this upcoming Wednesday, and not tomorrow, but
oh hell yeah,
next week. So let me see. Is that gonna be before your performance?
Yup. Think so?
Yeah, right before.
So you guys are gonna see this before the performance, before the CD. The CD has fucking Sick Jackin' on it. Ill Bill is a legendary hip hop cat from a group Nonfiction. He's on there. I got Rocka from Dilated Peoples, Evidence from Dilated Peoples produced on there. Damn, who else I got on there? Yeah, we put a lot of work into it.
That's dope, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I hate to put you on the spot, bro, but do you mind saying a verse, a little, like, I don't know, a couple of lines? It's exclusively for the podcast, bro. Whatever, even if it's one of your current songs that you have.
I don't even have nothing but ready, but you could even give me your word and I'ma flip it, cause it could be like a noun or a verb, whatever the cost. We right here on Oi No Moss, and I'm a floss. I go off the top when I off the rock, and I chop a motherfucker's head off when I'm off the pot. And never stop when I'm repping. Motherfuckers see me in a circle and they don't wanna step in. I'm wrecking any motherfucker, I'm chefing, and I'm still off the top of the head, and it's not even 7 or 11 before.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, once again, bro, thank you for taking the time to stop by.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully we're able to run it. Hopefully, after your show, maybe we can touch back and follow up and see how that event went, and just get all the feels and all that.
Yeah, bring some CDs through and shit.
Yeah.
And then for the people, I wanted to spit some shit off the top. I don't like doing all the rappers rehearse a verse and come through and then spit all the I could do that all day. I'm like, you know what I mean? But fuck it. Yeah. We off the top right here. Yeah. We really freestyle. And I'm like,
that's dope, bro. Well, thank you once again.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Well, once again, like I always like to say, it's a bigger risk not taking a risk. Till next time.